Hey everybody, and welcome to the Queen of Light 1111 YouTube channel. This is Queen of Light 1111 here with your Friday reading. I hope you guys are all doing great. I gotta tell you, I am super excited about the energies that I keep getting. I don't know if you guys saw my card of the day readings yesterday on this channel and the King of Shadows channel, but the masculine and the feminine are getting the same cards. And that is just showing me that not only are they kind of in tune and aligned on their own inner union, but this outer union is starting to come into balance. And it's happened again today, everybody. Today, again. I didn't pull too many cards, but the main cards that I got, the major arcana that has come out, is the same card for both of them. And at the bottom of the deck, for one, I have the Emperor, and then I have the Empress, and then I have the High Priestess, and then I have the Hierophant. You can't make this up, right? You can't make this up. This is just like, it's blowing my mind. And, it just feels like there is absolutely a shift in energy that is coming. Not coming. The shift in energy is here. You probably can't see it yet, but you can feel it energetically, and it's just a matter of time before things start presenting themselves in your outer world. Let's get started with the bottom of the deck. And as a reminder, if you want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. If you want to get your own twin flame energy check-in reading, whether it's through video where I do a video for you and send it to you, or if you have a live session with me either through phone or Skype, then book that on my website, queenoflight1111.com. Truly, it's the only way to confirm if your connection, is correlating and mirroring these collective readings. I always say that. If you guys have been following me for a while, I always say that when we hit these union types of energy readings, because here's the thing, I don't want to keep people stuck. That's not what I'm here for. I teach the energy of detachment. I teach the energy of surrender. And I'm all about everyone understanding that this twin flame journey is first and foremost always the union back to yourself, the road back to your true self, to your sovereign self. That's what this journey is about. And this outer union with the masculine or the feminine counterpart, that's the bonus on top, but that's not what it's completely all about. So I always want to make sure, because people get attached sometimes, and that's why I want to always say, hey, look, these are collective readings, and I am absolutely, without a shadow of the doubt, for the last week or week and a half, I have absolutely been getting these energies where it's starting to show on the outside that the masculine and feminine are really coming in to alignment. And so I just want to, help you guys, one, understand your journey and your energies. But I don't want everyone to sit here and think oh my God, yes, I'm coming into union. These are collective readings. You're really not going to know unless you do your own personal reading. And you don't have to do it with me. Do it with somebody else or whatever. I don't care. I just want you to make sure that you all understand that if you truly want to know about your own specific energies, then have a personal reading done, okay? And if you go to somebody else, make sure it's a twin flame reader, a legit twin flame reader. Only you will know who is legit and who isn't, because there's a lot of people out there, riding this wave of this label, because it's unfortunately become very mainstream. And so, just make sure that you really, really resonate and you trust the person that is reading for you. Let's go ahead and get started. That's enough of my, public service announcement. So bottom of the deck for this reading, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And so this is a reading that I wanted to kind of just see where things are at, like where are we at, where are we headed, kind of energy. So I use the In Between Tarot. It's available on my Amazon storefront in the description box. So this is the bottom of the deck for masculine, feminine, and the connection. Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles is that energy, right? Of, I've invested a lot. Now I'm going to see what grows, what crops up. Did I plant good seeds? Did I plant bad seeds? I'm just kind of, in a gestation period. The Eight of Pentacles is the energy of self-mastery and hard work. So this in-between concept here, the 7 going into the 8, is the energy of like, look, if you first don't succeed, try and try again. So this stage shows that you can work really hard for something, but it may not turn out the way that you intended it. So in this way, you end up back to the drawing board and doing things again. And this is exactly the energy. The first time, second time, 10th time you guys got back together, it didn't work out the way you thought it was going to. So you go back to the drawing board and you work on it again. And so for the bottom of the deck for Divine Feminine, she's kind of like, all right, I'm at the crossroads here. I'm at the crossroads. Masculine has deceived me, right? In the past, he's been a trickster. He's lied. He needs to break free of that energy. And I need to break free of my insecurities. And this, because I know this is our destiny. I know that this is our fate. So I do feel like for Divine Feminine, she's kind of on the fence here, okay? Her energy towards masculine right now, she's like, all right, I've tried this 10, 20, 50 times with you. But dude, you have, been kind of in and out. You've deceived me. You've got to break free of that. And, that's where the crisis comes up. That's the burden in this connection, is that, there's this energy of deception. And frankly, if let's all own it, there's an energy of self-sabotage too, because feminine, you are intuitive, you are psychic. And so if you went back to the masculine 10 times, 12 times, 2 times, 3, whatever, you knew there were some red flags maybe that you did not want to see each time. So we've got to own our part too. So here in Divine Feminine's bottom of the deck, we're seeing that Divine Feminine's like, all right, I'm kind of seeing, do I want to try this again? I'm at the crossroads. He's tricked me before. He's deceived me. I've deceived myself. And I need to let go of my insecurity. I need to get rid of my idealism. And I need to release burdens, crisis, sorrow. Okay? This is what she knows. That's what she's got to work on. So it's very interesting. So let's go ahead and read Divine Feminine's energies while we're in her energy, okay? So her energy towards her masculine, we've got the 4 of Cups headed into the 5 of Cups, right? Or transitioning, or that in-between stage, rather. So look at this. They both have their backs to each other. The cup of love is here. All of these different pots have fallen over. So we all know 4 of Cups is apathy, it's boredom, it's inactivity, it's contemplation. The 5 of Cups is an energy of loss, it's an energy of sadness. So here we're seeing that they've got their backs to each other. So her energy towards her masculine is, hey, look, we're both on different paths right now. We've split up, right? We're literally on different paths right now. And it's showing that, look, there hasn't been much action. There's been tons of contemplation, but there's been no action towards the connection, right? So the thing is, yes, a lot of precious moments have been lost, but that cup is still there. The promise of reconciliation is still up in the clouds. But she's in this energy. She's like, yeah, I'm not having it, right? She's like, do I want to do this again? But here we have the 3 of Cups clarified by the Temperance card. And this is really telling me that she's still in this energy of healing and harmonizing. Like there's too many cups here, which interestingly enough, 3 plus the 2 cups that the Twin Flame Angel here is holding, that's 5 cups. Right? That's where the loss is. This is exactly why the paths are split. So she's in this energy where she's like, hey, look, man, there were third-party situations. There were karmic situations. You were overindulging. You were, partying or whatever, doing what you got to do. And there has to be some sort of harmonizing here. So her energy towards her masculine is, look, I'm not interested in all kinds of cups. I'm only interested in 2. You, me, and that's it. And so she's very defensive right now. She's protecting herself right now because, she's seen where she has lied to herself. She's seen where she's been lied to. She's experienced it already, and she's the wiser now. So in her energy towards the masculine, she's like, look, I do want to try again. I think about trying again, but you have deceived me, and we both need to break free of our own self-sabotaging behaviors because it creates too much crisis in the system. It has led to the loss of our connection. It has led us to turning our backs on each other, and it has led us to the energy where, we were on different paths. These third-party situations, you can't overindulge in that. You've got to, be in this energy of harmonizing and healing. And frankly, that's what she's really been working on too, is harmonizing, healing, finding the meaning to why all of this happened. Like, what did his karmic partners in third-party situations teach her? Like, what did she learn from that? And so she is protective, she is defensive, but she also knows that she is in her power to stand up for herself because she's wiser, she can see through things, and secrets are lifted. She's overly observant, and she's not going to let that happen again. For Divine Masculine, his bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and it's followed by the clarification of the High Priestess. Sorry, that fell. And the Tower. This dude's been getting the Tower a lot. We have the Scuba Diver, and then we have the Summer Waxing Crescent, which says, wait, things will unfold. So here's the energy, right? Here's like, okay, what did we plant? Do I want to try again? Do I want to go back to the drawing board? And there's this energy of, no talking. When you think of the High Priestess, that is the divine feminine energy, but it is also the energy of intuition. It's also an energy of no communication. It's also an energy of mystery. And so I feel like for Divine Masculine, he wants to, there's the crumbling that's happened, right? He knows that he devastated the connection with his divine feminine. He also knows that he wants to stop the secrecy. He wants to stop the no communication. He's gone within. He's gone within. He's tapped into his intuition. He's tapped into his subconscious. And right now, he's building the strength of that intuition. He's in this energy where he's like being forced to really, truly not use his ego, but use his inner feminine energy. And I feel like I channel that. Maybe it was in the card of the day or on Instagram, but he is going into his intuition. And when he taps into that intuition and into his higher self, he knows his feminine. He sees his feminine. So he's in this energy of, all right, do I want to try again? Right? Do we want to do this again? There is this no communication that I want to end, but I also know that there is this divine feminine that I have devastated, and I've gone into my subconscious. I've gone into the 0 point, and I've observed myself, and I'm building my strength. So let's take a look at his energy towards his divine feminine. First card we have is the Page of Swords headed into the in between the Knight of Swords energy. So when you get this card, this is that energy of that, when you think of the Page of Swords, first and foremost, it's an energy of curiosity and self-expression, but he's very immature, okay? It's also gossipy. It's also social media stuff, like, being childish. The Knight of Swords, though, that's debating, that's challenging, that's charging forward, that's unfiltered. So this in-between card here, the Page going into the Knight, he is going through a rite of initiation. So he's in this energy where he's learning, he's going higher into his education, his spiritual education. He's in this energy where he's got a heightened sense of excitement, and he's learning very quickly, right? He's like thrown into the fire. He's learning so quickly, especially with that Tower card at the bottom of the deck for him. Like, he's learning, massively quickly. And I've always said that in this entire journey is the feminine leaves the breadcrumbs, right? She is the energetic leader. She is the High Priestess, leaving as she heals, as she continues to ascend and move forward on her journey, she leaves the trail. And so masculine, if he is awake, he sees the trail and he's following the trail quickly. So that's what he's doing here. So he's in this energy. He's curious. He sees the popcorn trail. He sees the trail feminine left. He sees the devastation. And he's learning quick. Look at him. Equilibrium. This is the temperance card. And we got the temperance card here for feminine. So while she is in this energy of just finding meaning to all of these extracurricular relationships and how it has evolved her or changed her, he is in the energy of balancing out his wishes. He is in this energy of, being patient and moderating and really kind of seeing what fills him emotionally, what fills his soul. And what he knows is that he doesn't want to be alone anymore, that he doesn't want to be in ego anymore, and that it's not all about 3D pleasures or pleasing the ego and like, oh, single and fabulous, blah, blah, blah. He knows it's not that. He's ready to fill his heart with love. So for divine masculine's energy towards his feminine, he is restless. He's eating that popcorn as he finds it on the trail. And he's in this energy where he's seeking his feminine through his own inner feminine and through his own intuition. And he knows he doesn't want to be in his ego. He knows he doesn't want to stand alone. He knows it. So his energy towards his feminine is he's very much operating from his heart space. But both, look at this balance here. She's healing the third party situations. She is healing and finding meaning and purpose of this journey. She's in her power. She's standing up for herself. And he's in this energy like, oh my God, like I'm learning so much. I'm tapping into my intuition. I'm tapping into all of this new psychic, downloads. And I am being patient and I am being moderate, and I am in this energy of, we've been hot and cold, feminine and masculine have been hot and cold. We've done this over and over again, but now I'm finding out what really fills my heart. And what fills my heart is not standing in my ego, and I don't want to be alone and without my feminine. So what's the energy of the connection? Bottom of the deck, 7 of Pentacles, right? Headed or in between the 8 of Pentacles. And here we have divine masculine as the Emperor. Guess what? 7 of Swords again. So I feel like this has a lot more to do with divine feminine and her 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. But this is also as she releases and heals this energy with that Temperance card. This energy right now, we're in the winter here in North America, is ending. It is it's in destruction. There's no more of this trickery. No more self-sabotage. The Tower came out for the masculine at the bottom of the deck. The 7 of Swords came out for divine feminine at the bottom of her deck. Do you see the balance? They're both showing up in the connection now. Before it used to be like, oh, masculine's doing this stuff and he's kind of controlling the energies of the connection, and feminine's doing it. Or maybe it was just like spirit kind of working through stuff. They are both actively participating in their connection. And so here's the energy. It's about, do we want to do this again? Well, guess what? The Emperor, divine masculine, has been in this energy of self-sabotage. Feminine has been deceived by masculine. And now at this time, right now in this connection, that is done. That is done. No more trickery, no more self-sabotage. The masculine is in his power. Oh my God, you can't make this up. So what is the energy of the connection? You can't make this up. Look at this, Empress. We have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, and the Empress came out. So here we have the Empress and the Emperor energy, right? This is the in-between stage. Empress, Emperor. So when this card comes out, this is the energy, right? When you think about the Empress, it's creation, it's fertility, it's divine feminine. The Emperor is the energy of rulership, of dominion, of mastery, of power. It's the divine masculine energy. Look at how they're both holding this symbol. They're both holding it. Their hands are at equal levels. They're both looking at each other. This is the card of balancing the opposites, the masculine energy and the feminine energy. So they're both in balance. And guess what? Isn't that what we have here? Temperance and temperance. They're both balancing things. And here it shows in the connection. So what we have here is that there is this spiritual connection, Hierophant card. And where do we get the High Priestess? The bottom of the deck for Divine Masculine. There is a spiritual connection. There was this tradition. There was this morality and ethics we walked away from, right? How do we walk away from that? Because masculine was deceptive, because there was an energy of trickery. We had to walk away from this connection because people needed to evolve, right? And so now we're breaking free. Now we're letting things go. Now we're in this energy of really letting go whatever was exposed that broke us up this last time. And I feel like it has a lot to do with social media. So for Divine Feminine, okay, the advice is you got to break free from whatever you're watching or whatever you saw or whatever occurred that was exposed. And masculine, you've got to break free of your addiction to that ego of getting attention on the social platforms. Okay, that might be a specific channeling, but that's what I'm getting, especially when I get this Milky Way card where it says internet, spotlight, social media, marketing, publicity, exposure. So it's very much this energy of, yeah, you got to balance things out. It's time to balance things out. It's time for this union to start to ground and manifest. We've walked away from this connection before, and it's time to break free of the habits that we have, that we had that broke us up in the first place, the 10th time, right? Remember, we had this card, like we've done it over and over and over and over and over again. We don't want to do the same things over and over again. You're the Empress. He's the Emperor, right? 7 of Swords, right? We got it 2 times. We're just done. We're done with the self-sabotage. We're done with the trickery. We know better. He knows that he doesn't want to be alone anymore, that he doesn't want to stand alone in his ego and have meaningless relationships. He wants to have his wishes fulfilled, his heart fulfilled. And he knows that his feminine does that for him. So what's the guidance for the twins? What's the guidance? Bottom of the deck, we have the card of innovation, new creations. So when this card comes out, this is all about the energy of new. It's time for new. It's time for new. And look at these beautiful golden orbs. And you have, what is this? Like 2 owls sitting on top here. There's 2 wise people. And look, we got the owl already here for Divine Feminine. So this is this energy where you are both being guided by spirit to create something new, to create this new contract, right? We don't want to do the same things over and over and over again. Let's change, because doing the same thing over again and expecting something different, what do they call that? Insanity. So we have to do something different. It's time to create something new. So the guidance for Divine Feminine is open the heart, deep connections, water blessing. It's also a number 11 card. So when this card comes up, this is the energy where spirit is saying the potential for deep, intimate, romantic love is here. The love with your masculine to have this reconnection and reconciliation is here. Your soul longs to connect to him. So allow yourself to release any resistance and open your heart to trust. Okay? Because this next venture here with masculine, this next level contract, this is going to be a higher ascended contract now. A energy where you're both going to support each other. You're both in an energy of expanded consciousness. You're both in this energy of, not being in distortion. So be in this energy of openness and connectivity and heart space and trust. Trust your heart. Look at masculine's card. I feel like this is the second time he's got this card, number 13. It says pre-recognition. Masculine is, I'm telling you, I feel like he's becoming psychic. He's reaching new heights in his intuition and his precognitive ability. He's probably getting signs and synchronicities and dreams and downloads. And he just needs to start trusting the information, which I do feel like he is. He's trusting his inflammation, his intuition, and he's trusting the information that he's getting from his intuition. He's also maybe getting future visions, okay, about what may happen in the future with his feminine. So this is very much saying, hey, masculine, I feel like masculine's turning into high priestess too. He's in this energy where he is absolutely connected to his inner truth, to his own mystery, to his own wisdom, his own past life wisdom. So he's starting to trust and grow his intuition, and the advice is to continue to do so. What's the energy or advice for the connection? So for both masculine and feminine, what is the advice about your union? Miracles, ancient wisdom. So this card is saying, obviously, miracles are here. But you've got to let go of the striving and open yourself to the ancient wisdom that is filtering through your consciousness. Don't try to control this. Like, okay, I'm a lion. Let me call him. Let me text him. Let me go back into the distorted energy and chase him now. No. This card from Spirit is saying, let the universe continue to move this in the right direction. Don't chase. Don't chase. Let masculine rise up and take the energetic action, the active action. You stand in your energy and be receptive. So you're moving into a time where miracles of every nature can be manifested. It's your birthright. You deserve this miracle. You deserve this union. But you've got to let go of the striving. And you've got to open yourself up to the ancient wisdom, your Akashic records that are being filtered to you through your consciousness. So do things like meditation, yoga, dance, connect to nature, pray. That's where you're going to get this ancient wisdom. Miracles are here. If you guys want to book your own twin flame energy check-in reading, or even understand your contract through an Akashic Records reading, go to queenoflight1111.com. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye.